5 years from today, you'll be the same person that you are today, except for the books you read and the people you meet. It sounds a lot like association, doesn't it? Hello, and welcome back to another segment of Changes Defined, where together we really are, building a better mental blueprint. Yesterday, we spoke of association, how powerful it is, how gradually we become people that we desire to become, or our character erodes and we become something that we never thought possible. We spoke of the media, social media, our forms of entertainment, all as ways of conditioning our minds, programming our minds to accept something that before we never would have thought was acceptable. We used the illustration yesterday of a marital scenario. We can use other illustrations of integrity, constantly being exposed to ideas that are less integrous over time can wear away at the fabric of our integrity. Now, since we're talking today, as yesterday, about the power of association, and the quote that we just stated this morning was, "You'll be the same person that you are today, with two exceptions: the books you read and the relationships that you cultivate." Now, we've talked a bit about this wonderful piece of literature, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, a fabulous book of association. I'll also bring to your attention another fabulous book by a favorite author of mine, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Fabulous piece. And then also another fine, timeless work, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The principle is you and I think and develop into of our choosing. That's the vision idea that we've talked about. Or whatever we allow, comparable to weeds being sown in a garden. No one has to sow weeds in a garden. The weeds just collect there unless they're properly tended or taken out. This life that we live has to be very intentional. Otherwise, the things that we allow, what becomes acceptable to us, decreases, and we desensitize. We become desensitized to accept things that we never would have accepted before. I spoke vulnerably about my barbershop adventure, if I can say it that way, over the 31 years. I would have never thought that one day I'd be involved in drugs, alcohol, driving intoxicated weekend after weekend. But the music that I'd listened to, now I take responsibility for my action. The music, the association, that was normal. So over gradual period of time, it became my new normal, even though I never would have saw myself in that role. Mistreating women, treating them as objects. All ideas come from somewhere. So it's important. If you're going to make something of your life, if we're going to make something of our lives, if we're going to together build a better mental blueprint, it starts with what you associate with. And if it's not relationships, then it's the books that you read. Both have a powerful push, if I can say it that way, on our lives. Are you up for this challenge? Because you're becoming someone gradually over time. Let's take the lead on who we become instead of allowing ourselves to become something not of our choosing. Sounds a lot like vision, doesn't it? A desired mental picture. Join us again. I didn't even introduce myself. This is George Stewart. I'm grateful for this time. Put in the comments some of the things that have been a challenge for you, things that perhaps you never thought you'd do, but gradually over time, you were conditioned to think that perhaps this is okay, consciously or unconsciously. Of course, I'm not the only one, but I'm vulnerable enough to lead the conversation. Join us again on another segment.